I'm overjoyed that TCM has chosen Lena Claappe as this month's Star of the Month.
Not a lot of people know who Lena is. She had a very brief career in the silent film era. She grew up in a third-generation family of rat catchers. By 1922, she'd saved all of her money from rat catching to buy an audition dress so that she could finally go and audition at the studios. Dresses were too expensive though, so she was forced to make one out of the pelts of rats that she just personally didn't like.
And she took the silent film world by storm.
She got a lot of parts because she would show up for the audition and then just refuse to leave. And when they asked her to, she would say no. And so they just threw her in a dumpster, but then she kept crawling back and they got tired of having to go out to the dumpster so many times that they thought it would just be easier to just let her stay. She starred in 68 films in a period of over 13 weeks. She started asking around to see if anyone had any advice for her on how she could improve her craft. But when she asked George Cukor, he said, you know, you might try to get a surgery or something to make your figure look a little bit better. Lena started visiting doctors and having her internal organs removed one by one until she started resembling what she thought a Hollywood starlet would look like.
Nobody really knows what exactly she had removed, but it worked. She had lost her ability to control her bowels, but she was a star.
As her star was rising, the studio started becoming interested in the kind of projects that she wanted to do. She was pretty ahead of her time. She was different from other actresses. She really wanted people to see the inner workings of her mind. She was sad that her fans didn't get to watch her get her surgery or know exactly what was going on in her love life. She wasn't feeling the admiration that she used to get from the rats during the rat catching days. One night, she hosted a dinner party with all of her Hollywood friends. Everyone that you could ever imagine from the silent film world was there. Lillian Gish, Douglas Fairbanks, Humphrey Bogart, Joanne Crimford, Clank Grabass, Muriel Leach, Shirley Rosewater, Eulalie Johansson, Jimmy the Plant, Dolores Forquard, and Ephraim Schultz. All of those people were huge during the silent film era. She explained to the dinner party, she gathered everyone around the piano, and she said, I imagine something like this. She would be doing her job as an actress. But then there's another camera, not this one, there's another one over here, catching her working this way, catching both the camera and her in the same shot, seeing her do her job. And then this camera is not seeing that camera. So this camera is just a normal camera, but then that camera was gonna catch all of the stuff that this camera wasn't gonna see.
She was essentially the first reality star. She was way ahead of her time.
She never really recovered from that surgery George Cukor told her to get. Unfortunately, that's the only footage we have left.
After she died, the footage was viewed by the studios. Most of it was burned immediately. They weren't into it at all.
But that is what really makes Lena an actress ahead of her time. For Turner Classic Movies, this is Danny DeVito.